Hello everyone, I think I'm live now, or at least my screen said I was. We shall see. I did put a comment in the chat box and I'm going to keep checking over there to make sure that I, see if anybody says anything. Please bear with me because as you know, I'm not as tech savvy as I would like to be. So what are your tasks for May? What were your tasks in April? Did you look over them? It's the end of April and we're doing our April recap. Did you check over your list? Have you been updating regularly? Are you using your journal? These are things I'd like to know, and they're just little things for you to remember why we're here on our recap. Go through the things that you said you would do for that particular month. How did you do? And what you're going to do differently. So as you know, if you saw the last month review, which was the March review, I was sick for most of March. And to be honest with you, by the end of March, I thought I was feeling better, but come April, I was still out of it. I was still a little sick. And I would say that I was probably sick for the first 2 weeks in April. I just decided, okay, I'm not going to deal with the tasks. I'm not going to stress about it. I just wanted to get better. And sometimes your body just tells you, no, you're not doing this. You need to just rest. You need to relax and get yourself back to healthy. So that's what I did. I just basically kept it low profile. I didn't stress myself about my tasks. I did not stress about what I was eating, or what I was exercising, or if I was exercising, what I was doing. I literally just relaxed. So as much as I thought that April was going to be the reboot and the start over, nope, didn't work that way, but that's okay. When it comes down to it, I feel better now. I relaxed a lot. If you caught my last live stream, which I hope if you did not, you can go back and watch it. It was a weekend adventure update that I decided to do, or decided to do a live stream because I was excited about it. Went away with my husband. We had a great time. I tell you all about the places that we went, the adventures that we had, the food that we ate. It was a lot of fun. And if you didn't catch that video, definitely go watch it. I think it's a good take. I tried something different with the live streaming. I pretty much, I don't know. I'm still trying to get the hang of all this, as you know, but I actually figured it out. I did it the way that I did it before for this one. So I feel better. I feel more confident. I think you're hearing me, and I don't know if the visual is okay because there's a lot of like brightness that I can't tamper down, but you'll just have to deal with a washed out Ellen. That's me today. There you go. It's not that I'm unhealthy. I'm actually quite healthy. I just don't have a ton of makeup on and I'm getting washed out from the lights, but that's okay. Feel like I'm rambling right now, but let's move on. So I wanted to address the fact that sometimes, and a lot of my videos talk about this too, sometimes you get hit with a setback. My setback, obviously, for the past month and a half was just being sick. And sometimes when you get those setbacks, you just need to let it happen. Relax, don't stress over it. And ask yourself, what is this teaching me? And I realized I've been go for so long that I needed time to just relax. So when I look at my tasks for May, I kept it simple, really simple. So The first task that I have for May is that I'm going to use my weights 2 times a week. And as you know from the get-go, from January review, that was my number one task because I want to keep the muscles working well. I don't think that I'm building any muscle right now, but I'm definitely not losing any muscle, and I'm going to take that as a win for right now. Maybe by the end of this year, I can say I built X amount in muscle mass, but I'm not even going to stress about that. But to keep working with my weights that I have downstairs for the month of May, 2 times a week is definitely doable and definitely something that I want to get going again. The second task that I'm giving myself for May is to stand 1 hour at work. And I know I had this on my other list as well, but it forces me, but in a gentle way, reminds me that when I'm at work, at my desk job, stand for at least an hour. Once I'm standing, it's almost hard for me to sit back down. I don't mind standing, but if I don't remind myself to do it, if I don't task myself to do it, I don't do it. I just sit there and I'll get up to get whatever, my coffee or talk with a coworker or get something off the plotter. But the thing is, if I don't tell myself to do it, I won't do it. It's a really weird thing. I don't know, but there you have it. But it's a simple task for me to do. It's an easy one for me to remember and to do and complete. So that's my number 2. And number 3, I incorporated something completely different. I haven't done this on any other month so far. And this is the last task that I'm giving myself for May. And that is to have quiet time every day. Now, what does that quiet time actually look like? I think it's going to be different every single day. It might be taking a walk by myself outside. It might be just sitting down with a book and reading. But the quiet time isn't going to involve anyone else, just myself. It's also not going to include any kind of screen, phone, computer, TV, nothing electronic. I want to have that time to just decompress, reset, maybe set new intentions for myself for the next day, or if I'm having the quiet time in the morning, I'll set intentions for the day. But being sick for as long as I was taught me, or kind of gave me that little nudge in the head that said, you're not having quiet time. And if you're not going to do it, we're going to force you to do it. And I had a little too much quiet time. So let's see what happens in May. And let's see how that goes. Those are 3 easy tasks that I know I can do. 3 easy tasks that I know I'll complete. So by the end of May, I should feel really good about May, for at least the task's sake. And because I'm doing this for me, I know I'm going to feel better about me. Obviously, I didn't put anything about diet or anything in there because I don't want to stress about that part right now. Like I said before, for April, I didn't lose any weight, but I also didn't gain any either. So I'm happy about that. And right now, that's my focus, or not focus, if you will. What else did I want to talk about? I definitely want to address, now I don't have to tell you this, but I'm telling you this. My journaling has dropped off the face of the earth, and it's all because of being sick, and well, I wasn't doing the tasks that I gave myself. So I stopped journaling, and that's always a recipe for disaster with me because I just go off the track and that doesn't help anything at all. So I gotta get back into journaling. I could put that as a task, but I don't need to. I've moved my journal now next to my bed where it usually is, and that's a safe place for it because as I put my water down before I get into bed, I see the journal. I take a few minutes and write in the journal, and yeah, that ends up being quiet time too, but it's for me time, and that's really something that I have missed, and I need to get back at journaling because I know how important it is. How are you doing with your journaling? I know when we first talked about doing these tasks every single month and that we'd talk about them at the end of the month, I want to know how you are doing with your journaling. I know it can be weird and intimidating if you haven't done it before, but I guarantee that it's such a nice check-in for yourself. I'm going to be honest with myself for a minute here and write down what's happening. If you're doing the right thing or you're not doing the right thing, you're honest with yourself and you can make the adjustments accordingly because who else is reading your journal? No one. It's just you. So be honest, be playful, have fun. No one's critiquing you. No one's judging how you write or how neat it is. As long as you're doing it, it really helps keep you motivated to do the things that you want to do. And instead of beating yourself up for the things that you're not doing, which, yeah, we tend to do that too, if you're journaling about it, you can forgive yourself about it too. You can be like, yeah, I totally didn't do this today, but I'm back on track tomorrow. And then the tomorrow comes and you say, hey, I totally did get back on track, woot woot, or however way you want to write it. But it's all for you. So it's just a gentle reminder here to say, get to journaling. I'm going to get to journaling. I promise you that come when we do the May review, you'll see that I've been journaling, that I got right back to it, and all's good. For the month of May, I have decided, in fact, I recorded the first video today, and it's going to be posted on Monday. But for the month of May, my focus is going to be sayings, common sayings that we know that maybe we can look at in a different way. For instance, Monday's video that will be posted at 11 a.m., like all the other videos get posted at 11 a.m., is April showers bring May flowers. What does that mean? First of all, it's great wisdom. You know, you've heard it all your life. It's something very familiar. But when we incorporate what the meaning of it is, when we incorporate that into our lives, you'll see that you can see it from a different viewpoint, or at least how you can adjust it into your life so that maybe you can see things in a different way. That's my goal for May, is that the topics that I talk about on Mondays in my videos, they'll kind of spark something. Something will be familiar about it, but maybe a different take that you can incorporate into your life, and then you can see if things need adjustments. I'm really hopeful that I get some replies or some comments to those videos so that I know, is it resonating? Did you think of it in a different way? Is it helping at all? And that's for my May videos. Is there something particular that you want to talk about? I will continue to do these month in reviews. I will continue to check in at the end of every month. And the reason is, that goes right back to looking at 2025, thinking, how are we remembering things all year long? It's a lot to remember what happened last week, let alone what I did a month ago, 2 months ago, all year. So these month reviews are to, one, figure out what we want to do for the next month. Two, figure out what worked out in the last month and how we can push it forward to the next month. Three, find out the things that aren't working. Find out the things that maybe we've added too much stress to our lives, and we're going to stop doing that so that we can move forward and feel better. There are certain expectations that we put on ourselves. Everybody does it. We're always chasing that thing that we think that we can't have or that seems out of reach. But sometimes we're reaching too far to try to get that thing. And if we can just reach and then reach a little bit more, we'll be able to get it. And that's the whole purpose of what we're doing per month, is to take those little steps, to take that little reach so that it's not one big hard reach that you can't seem to place, but these little reaches that get you there easier than trying to do something overwhelming. I've found myself when I put too many tasks on myself, I get overwhelmed easy. I don't want to even let myself down. And how silly is that? Because I know what I've done. And maybe that's what happens with other people. I know that in my coaching business, I've talked with many people that put too much on themselves. And I have to pull them back and say, stop, let's try this an easier way. And when you start doing things a little bit more consistently in an easier way, you find out that you can add a little bit more and it's not being stressed. It's not being stressful and it's not stressing. And that's the goal here, plain and simple. When we do these reviews, to keep it easygoing, to keep it simple, to keep it doable, to keep you focused on you, on your success, because that's what all of this is about. It's not about showing your weaknesses. It's not about blaming. It's not about feeling less than. All these reviews are to make you feel better, to comfort you, to support you, to help you grow. And if somehow there's a disconnect, you need to reset and make yourself have easier goals at first so that you can feel good about yourself. Is there some kind of task that you gave yourself that ended up being too difficult for you, and then you critiqued yourself on it, criticized yourself for it, felt bad or made yourself feel less than? I'd love to know what's going on. What have you gone through? And have you had to reset lately? Resetting is not a failure. You've got to understand that just resetting is all that. Boop, it's a reset. So if you need to do that at any time in life, you do that. If you're in a relationship and things aren't working and it's adding stress and you're feeling overwhelmed, boop, reset. Does that mean breaking up with somebody? It might. But usually it's taking that time to talk with someone, taking that time to talk to the person you have the relationship with. Find out where their head is. Find out what they're thinking. Maybe you guys are just on the wrong page. And sometimes just talking about it will make things better. But that talk is a reset. Resets are good, and sometimes they're really needed. Sometimes we overwhelm ourselves and we don't know what else to do. Perfect time to just reset, stop, breathe, and start again. It can be simple as starting like that. Or you realize that that's too stressful and you can restart tomorrow or restart in a couple of days. What feels right to you? What will make you feel happier? That's the thing you do. I can hear noise behind me, so I'm just gonna look outside for, yes. Sorry about that. It was creeping me out a little bit. But we have a delivery coming, and the delivery guy has his radio pretty loud, and I could hear it. I don't think that the audio is picking that up, but it was a little weird. So that's my review for April 2026. I can't believe that April's already over. I can't believe that winter's done and spring it's halfway done. How crazy is that? Time flies, and that's why it's so good to have these monthly reviews so that we can break them down into smaller pieces, smaller sections, to make them easier to digest, to make it easier for you to build on, to make it easier all around. And that's what it's all about, making it easy. So I'm looking forward to May 2026. It's tomorrow already, which is exciting. I don't know what you have planned for May. My husband and I are going away for a couple of days, and maybe I'll do a review on that, but I'm not saying that I definitely will. It all depends on how it goes. We also have a family wedding to attend at the end of the month. I'm very excited about that. Another opportunity for us to get away and just reconnect with each other. Always excited about that. So, and because I think it won't interfere with the monthly review, and somehow I don't know where my phone is, so I can't even look at the date at when the end of the month is, but I think we'll be fine for the month in review. I tried this at a different time, but on the day that it ended, just to see if I could possibly get another somebody watching, but it's all good. I'm gonna keep plugging along and see what happens. May is going to be a great month for all of us. I can feel it. It's a good month. And again, I'm just going to recap my tasks for May. First one is using my weights 2 times a week. Second one is, Second one is standing at work for at least an hour. And the third one is to take a quiet time for myself every single day. That quiet time could be 5 minutes, or it could be an hour. Could be longer. But I'm not going to classify or quantify that right now because I don't know what it's going to look like. And I want to see what happens. I think that's part of it too. I think that's the excitement. I'm looking forward to having those quiet moments for myself. Maybe I'll start meditating. I used to do that before, but I stopped. Maybe I'll just journal more. I don't know what it's going to look like, but I'll be sure to tell you all about it at the end of May. So if there's a topic you'd like me to address, please let me know. You can send me a message, put it in the comments. I would love to hear from you. And that's what we got for this month. I hope that you had an excellent April. I'm looking forward to May, and I hope you have a wonderful May. Catch my videos on Mondays. I wonder what other sayings I'll be bringing up, but this coming Monday will be April showers bring May flowers. I hope they bring you lots of beautiful flowers. I hope they bring me lots of beautiful flowers, and we'll go from there. Thanks for being here. My name is Ellen. This is Ask Ellen. Real questions, real talk, real change. I'll see you in the next one.